A super marketable, cheap and easy trend these days is the idea of planting trees as a climate solution. The objective here being to sequester and store carbon from the atmosphere in order to mitigate the effects of climate change, which is cool and all, but in reality it's a bit more complex than that. While younger trees sequester a higher rate of carbon relative to their size than older trees, those older, more mature trees actually sequester more carbon per individual tree, in addition to already storing decades worth of carbon in their structure. Therefore, planting trees with no protections to allow them to mature, or with plans to cut them down later, defeats the point and only furthers the status quo that we so desperately need to change. Additionally, a majority of carbon stored within most forests is actually in the soil, distributed from the trees through a robust mycorrhizal fungi network that puts that carbon deep into the soil to support a wide mix of different insects, bacteria, and other plants within the understory, and this alludes to a broader perspective here that needs addressing. We need to stop purely thinking of forests as a quantifiable number of trees and instead consider them as whole, intact, and functional ecosystems. Depending on the end product, up to 60% of the carbon stored in a single tree is lost through the falling, milling, and production processes, and often they become single-use products that end up being thrown out after just a few years. Additionally, when logging with traditional clear-cut methods, all that carbon-rich understory and soil is disturbed or destroyed, which means that we lose even more carbon in the ecosystem, which even after being replanted can take decades to become carbon neutral. So overall, planting trees might be a really nice gesture and all, but it's a very myopic one when our main focus should be on rehabilitating our forests by using tree planting as one of many tools to create rich, biodiverse, and vibrant ecosystems for the future.